But we begin in Canada, where the list of politicians facing punishment over non-essential travel is growing. NDP MP Nikki Ashton has been stripped of the important role in her party after travelling to Greece to see a sick relative. Laura McQuillan is on the story for us this morning and joins us once again. So let's talk about what happened with Nikki Ashton, Laura.
All right, John. So the Manitoba MP tweeted yesterday evening that she is in Greece visiting her sick grandmother. It came as a surprise to the NDP because it was less than an hour later that they put out a statement saying she will be stripped of her role as critic for several portfolios, public ownership, transport, women and gender issues, and those will be reassigned to other members of the party. In that statement, they went on to say that they're sympathetic to her situation, they understand her need to be with her family, but millions of Canadians are following public health guidelines like staying home. Even when it became impossible for them to visit sick or ageing relatives, they say Canadians rightfully expect their elected representatives to lead by example. Though in that same statement, they did try to draw a line between her and other politicians, saying that Ashton's travel was not a family vacation. And of course, we've been hearing about this growing list of politicians across the country who have been going on family vacations outside of Canada. In contrast to that public health guidance we've been hearing for months about staying home and avoiding non-essential travel. One of the names on that list is Tracy Allard. She is the Minister of Municipal Affairs in Alberta, and she went to Hawaii with her daughter and her husband. She's now back at home, and by way of a mea culpa, she came out and said, well, they've done this for 17 years now. She thought it would be okay to do it once again, but in hindsight, she realises it was the wrong choice.
I want to take this opportunity to acknowledge the frustration and anger that my actions have caused. Many Albertans responsibly chose to forego dearly held traditions this Christmas with family in order to follow public health recommendations and guidelines. And I know that my actions seem dismissive of the frustration and grief that many have experienced. For that, I am truly and deeply sorry.
Now, Allard is one of three United Conservative Party MLAs who left the country over the Christmas break. Jeremy Nixon is another one of them. He went to Hawaii as well, and it's unclear when he went or when he might be back. Tanya Furr went to Las Vegas to visit her sister. She's back in the country. She's also apologising. But their party leader, Premier Jason Kenney, won't punish any of them. Here's what he had to say about that yesterday.
We should be here at home, plain and simple, if we carry a position of public trust. I wasn't absolutely clear that there should be no international travel. I don't think it's reasonable for me as a leader to sanction people who very carefully followed the public health orders and the legal requirements in the province where we have been, frankly, encouraging safe travel.
Now, they joined that growing list of politicians who have been caught out travelling against that public health advice, which we have heard for months now, John. So many Canadians have obeyed it. They have missed out on holidays, they've had to cancel plans, they've had to miss out on seeing family members, even saying goodbye to loved ones who are dying, including from COVID-19. And there is this perception that perhaps politicians are seeing themselves as having to follow a different set of rules to the average Canadian, something that political leaders now trying to combat, John.
Thanks for this, Laura.